Hey y'all, again, it's Joshua Crawford coming back to you live to talk to you about this new Batman vs. Superman special edition trailer just came out. I heard a lot of vibe from people talking about that this film is going to be much better with this added scenes. And for me, I've been waiting for this to come out since Zack Snyder really said that this version that came out the theatrical trailer wasn't really that what he expected because he wanted to add the scenes to make sense. So I can understand from his point of view why the film didn't really do so well, even though I really enjoyed it. But I feel like these scenes right here would could have added more extra understanding why the scenes could have put together. So let's check out this trailer quick so we can add more talk to it. All right.
Men with power obey neither policy nor principle. No one is different. No one is neutral.
If Superman were here, what would you want to say to him?
That my family too had dreams. To look him in his eye and ask him how he decides which lives count
That should have been the scene.
and which ones do not.
There's a new kind of mean in him. He is angry and he's hunting.
Alright, right there. That would make sense.
I didn't kill those men if that's what they think.
This is what makes you such a good reporter. Stuff like this still shocks you.
Robert Gordon. That was Robert
Older
Gordon
now
right
than my
there.
father ever was. This may be the only thing I do that matters. So falls the house of Wayne.
God is all powerful. He cannot be all good.
The world only makes sense if you force it to.
Men like that, words don't stop him. You know what stops him? A fist.
You were never a god. You were never even a man.
That dream is all some people have. It's all that gives them hope.
Now God is good as dead.
Men made a world where standing together is impossible.
We will. We have to.
Pretty good. I have to say that was a great trailer. I really enjoyed it. Better than most of the trailers that came out for the theatrical trailer. That right there was more convincing to me as a really dedicated film. Wow. It was just great. See, let's talk about it. See, the clips are where one of my clips I really enjoyed the most is where uh, this guy was talking to Clark Kent when Clark Kent was visiting Gotham, trying to take up some notes about how bad the Batman is, and this guy's talking about how mean, how disturbed he is than ever before. Basically, because he found out there's a god among us who has the power to wipe out the entire human race. So that kind of makes him want to go back and try to find a way to stop the thing, feeling powerless and all. So that right there scene was great. And the scene where Clark Kent walks out into the Congress and when it's explosion, then he just looks at Lois sad and everybody's like looking at him saying, it's all your fault. You brought this thing right there. That right, the scene right there would have been very, very impactful and to the reason why Bruce Wayne would go and break into LexCorp and steal the kryptonite. That scene right there would have been perfectly understandable how that scene flowed and everything. That right there was what we needed to see in the film. So I can understand why Zack Snyder was upset. Yeah, because that cut scenes didn't make sense where you see an explosion, he's upset, and then he cuts off to Lois meeting him at night. That just didn't work. It's just too choppy. That was the problem. It was just too choppy. But I'm glad that this special edition will add that scene into it so it makes more sense how it flowed right through. That right was good. And also how Superman was dodging some of the explosions and everything in the other country where he started searching for Lois. That right there was really pretty impactful, showing how strong and powerful he is. Now, man was like, wow, we can't stop him no matter what that. But even though that was a diversion, that right there was great and stuff. But I'm hoping to see a little bit more fight scene between Batman and Superman. That's one thing I really hoping to see, a little more action-packed fighting before they cut it off because it was just too quick. I'm just hoping there's a little bit more fight scene between Batman and Superman, and that Batman gets to do something more to stop Doomsday. Even though you and I already know that that's not really Doomsday at all, because he's not a reincarnation of Zod. He is just a Kryptonian. not a reincarnation of Zod. That's one to just make that perfectly clear. But still, I want to see Batman, even though he's no match for Doomsday. Of course, we all know that he's human. He's no match. But it'll be interesting to see how he does to outsmart him, like drop a building on him, use the grenades, or use that kryptonite gas, do something like that, just to slow him down, make him weak, and then try to take advantage of that. That's something I'd like to see Batman, the way we see how he's a strategist. Stuff I want to see. Now, Wonder Woman, I like to see a little bit more, even though she was a cameo back. I think there were some scenes in there that was left out that need to be added about Wonder Woman or other power she had. I like to see a little bit more than that in the film, the cutscenes. So I'm hoping to see that. And as far as the dialogue and with the news press and everything, they should be a little bit more talking about how controversial this superhero is, and I throw events of that, and probably like the manhunt to track Superman down, stuff like that. That right there, I'd like to see in the film. So hopefully this will bring more light to it, and I'm definitely going to buy this because I support Zack Snyder and everything he does, along with Christopher Nolan, because I know they are experts when it comes to the DC comic universe, and I know they'll do as well as the folks in the Marvel Studios are doing. I know they have a feeling they'll do this Justice League and Wonder Woman well, Injustice and everything. As long as the company allows Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan to get the scenes that the fans we know we want to see and everything. That's all we're asking for. But I put my faith in Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan. I know they're going to do exceptionally well. So overall, this trailer was pretty good. I advise y'all to check it out and get the movie. I know y'all might be skeptical about buying it. Trust me, this added special edition will make the film what we should have saw in theaters, and this will be worth the buy. So reserve it and do what you got to do. This is my review. Thank you. Take care.